Yo, what is going on, people? It's your boy Rel, aka the Speed Force, and I'm back with another video, man. And I kind of just want to talk about the topic at hand. Before I even say that, EA Play is officially 7 days away. Today is June 2nd, so we have 7 days, one whole week, man, and we finally get to find out what's going on with this NBA Live 19. Is it gonna be pass or cash? I don't even know, man. But the topic I want to talk about is the WNBA and what adjustments will EA or what adjustments or what would they add for the WNBA, and do the community as a whole want the WNBA? So first off, what I want to go with is when we talk about the WNBA, I love what they did. Just incorporating the whole WNBA with all the teams and everything to that nature with this with the arenas and everything. All that is great. I do wish that they would have added more, besides just to play now, and that's what really leads me to this. Now in Live 19, I'm pretty sure that they are going to keep the WNBA because I don't see them just adding that for 1 year and not trying to explore the possibilities of what the WNBA could actually do. Now, what I do think is, I think the community, I think maybe the majority of the community might not really care as much for the WNBA as some of us are. Some of us do. Now I will say on the record, I'm not really big on the WNBA, but that's probably because of the fact it wasn't much to do besides play the feature Play Now, or just the bold Play Now. So maybe that's just why I really wasn't invested into it. Maybe find out what's gonna happen this year if they are invested into the WNBA. They hopefully they add a franchise mode and other things to that nature. But at this point in time, we just don't know. And it's like, since we don't know right now, I'm just gonna go with what we have right now, and I believe that if the community as a whole would do a vote, I think I could be wrong because I don't really have the data and everything on how many times people play WNBA portion, but I feel like the community as a whole would probably I think they just wouldn't care. I'm not gonna say they want it and they don't want it. I just think they kind of just don't care for it. It's kind of like, it's there, all right, that's cool. If it's not there, we ain't losing no sleep. Now getting adding more to that now if the community had a choice, if the company gave us a choice, the community, just consumers, as in when they was making NBA Live 18 and they gave us a survey, like, would you prefer to have the WNBA introduced into NBA Live 18, and the only feature we will have right now would be just the Play Now feature, and we would keep up with roster updates, or would you rather us not incorporate the WNBA this year and focus on gameplay, further advancements on gameplay, and also signature skill sets for players, for the majority of most of the NBA players, and also for the one character when you're playing. Also, would you add it on to the second option? Would you rather have a more in-depth the one mode, if anything, and things pretty much to that nature? And also, like, the Pro Am Tour, would you want to add more to the Pro Am Tour, this, that, have a real Pro Am, pretty much a competitive 5v PvP Pro Am, and also adding more to the live run. I feel like if that was more like kind of broadcast, I feel like the community easily would have chose the second option. The WNBA is cool, but if we knew we was only going to get a Play Now and not a creative female character and all that, we would just say hold off until next year or NBA Live 2020. Even if 2K would have beat NBA Live to the punch, we would rather have. I believe the community would rather have a well-established, not well-established, but a well-rounded game all around, and making sure signatures and animations and mocaps and all that is up to par, than just adding a new mode, and a mode that's very basic and not really anything to it, no real value. I think community would definitely chose the second one. I think EA should have probably thought about that more, And it's like, well, we could throw this in here, but what will Play Now really do? Will people really care for it as much? Like if we had a franchise mode, I feel like if they would have came at it like that, like, you know what, we gonna use, adding the WNBA, and adding WNBA with the arenas, and trying to keep up with the players and all that. That's gonna that's gonna take up some data or some data. And if we really, some data, just anything, some space, RAM and all that stuff, I think that actually incorporates with all that. We just need to actually, scratch that idea, keep it, but we're not going to incorporate that this year, because we really want to focus on the main thing that's going to really bring our consumers in, which is the gameplay, the solid gameplay features. With we had live run in 16, we didn't come out in 17, so we're gonna add on to live run. We're gonna add more to live run. We got live events, so we don't, that's pretty good where it's at really for 2018. Now this year in 2019, we need to add more to live events. But for the first time for NBA Live 18, they could have kept live events the way it is. The Pro Am Tour, they could have still had that feature where you're able to play with your friends and y'all could go do it together. But after that, the Pro Am Tour is actually really good where it's at. Besides it not having like a full actual game or any halves, I think that's what they need to work on. Not just have it at 21, and then actually have a real Pro Am where you're able to play a competitive PvP experience. Whether it's I've only I can really see it's 5v5, but if they didn't have a 5v5, they could have a 1v1 a 1v1 mode dedicated to that, in the 3v3 mode, which is dedicated to competition, just so it'd be a half court set, but at least it'd still be fun and have very I think it has some real good value. So that's just really my opinion. I just I feel like the WNBA is a good addition. I just think they probably could have waited maybe to this year NBA Live 19, because if you could have added a lot more stuff, if the WNBA took a good portion of space on what you could add and money and all this other stuff people talk about, then I would have just waited to this year for EA Play, just to incorporate NBA Live 19, because then at least you have your gameplay for the most part pretty solid, up to par, just at the best, it's up to par, and you got your foundation modes now that people are really gonna play, and then NBA Live 19, you could bring all that stuff back, enhance it, but now you could actually add the WNBA portion, and not only just have a Play Now feature, but actually have a franchise mode. And if they really want to get funky with it, they could get ahead and just have a way you able to create a female character and have them play in like live run or pro am or whatever it is. Or they really want to get funky, you could have a female character introduced into the one mode and have two separate storylines, and they both got their own path. And if they want to get super duper crazy duper from funky, they could get ahead and have a female and a male storyline, and have that mix into one whole storyline. How they kind of not conjoin, but they kind of mix into each other. Whether you only make a male character or you only make a female character, or if you make both characters and they have both characters wherever you meet up in a story mode and storyline somewhere. And if you have just a female character, they just generate some random character that's the male character in the one portion, and the vice versa with the male portion of it. That's how they could have really flipped it and really did some real crazy, some real crazy-ish. But that's just my idea. I'm not sure, it might be sound far-fetched or maybe too much, but that's what I would have did as a director or producer, and I would have kind of just thought of it, and I would have thought of the bigger light. But people say the suits might have had something else to do with it. Who knows? But I'm just saying, idea-wise, that would have been a better idea. But that's about it, man. That's as far as I'm gonna get. It's really about to be 10 minutes. So, let me know what y'all think. Do you like what I'm saying? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Let me know in the comments, people. Let me know what do you think? What would you have rather have, the WNBA this year or the WNBA next year? And also, would you have rather had a more robust gameplay and modes enhancements this year, or more this year for NBA Live for 2018, and then add on to it in 19, but then have a crazy WNBA for Live 19, which is this year, and then also, incorporate the franchise mode and everything else. So, it all kind of gels in, and then have a crazy story mode added into that. But that's about it, man. Let me just know in the comments what you think about the video in general. If you actually enjoy my content, please like, comment, share. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe to your boy. It's your boy Rel, aka the Speed Force. I'm bringing you ideas and everything else that you need, man. But that's about it. I will be back later, and that's about it, man. So it's your boy, and I'm out. One.